Hi guys, Parndy here playing Neverwinter on the PC. So this is actually a second take of this video because my silly ass forgot to put the mic on, switched on, so I was talking to myself the whole way. So here's take two. Anyway, today we will be talking about Sybella's quests. Now, what are Sybella's quests and why do you need to do them? I've already made the why. Um, Too long didn't read. Basically, is to get the mark of Ponces or glyph of Ponces. I think they're called now. Not marks. That's the old name. Um, so that you can be rich. And I'll make a separate video for that particular topic. Because I'm actually working on something else as well that is gonna make you a lot of AD in effect. So, without further ado, what is Sybella? Sybella, well, as you can see, I'm in PE right now. We're just gonna pop by to Sybella's. Am I on mount speed? No, I'm not. So that's why I was a bit slow. It's weird that you can tell. Um, Up the stairs here, we're basically going towards where Lord Neverember is. However, not quite. This is Sybella. So, Sybella offers you legacy quests,
Simply tell me which one you like,
right?
and the
I
Order
can't
of the
zoom.
Third Eye will
So,
see to it.
yeah, so these
If you ever
9, I
wish to
believe,
choose something else,
maps
come speak with me again
will have
to make your new
these
selection.
quests. 3 quests, mostly. Unfortunately, I can't see them. I've already picked them all up here. So these are basically legacy quests offered by Sybella. So as you can see here, Shald, Icewind Dale, Ravenloft. I think I already did Shalt, so that you don't see Shalt here, but I did. That was basically the first take, and it failed. So yeah, but so the 3 quests are 5 quests at the map, killing enemies at the map. Like ads are 1%, so you need to kill 100. Sorry, and then hero encounters 100%. So I believe HEs are like 20% each, so you need 5. Or BHEs are 50, so you need 2, or a mix of those two. But to be kind of like fast, you could do 2 BHEs, which I'm going to showcase in a little bit. Here in the Storm King Thunder. Storm King Thunder. So that's basically the intro of Sybella's quest and legacy quests. Now, this is the next part, which is how you can effectively complete these quests. I think it's British Shander. How you can effectively finish this quest as fast as possible, as many tunes as possible, so that you can get as many of those currencies as possible to then trade them for marks of potency. Glyphs of potency. I said that twice. Sorry, I didn't go to the store and show you. I don't think I need to go back, right? Glyphs of potencies. I think it's in the shared bank here. So these ones, glyphs of potencies. You could actually trade them for that. If we go to Sybella's again in this video, I'll show it again. I just don't feel like there's a need to go all the way back there. Anyway, so the 3 things. HEs, killing enemies, as well as doing quests. So I picked up all of the quests here. However, in order to be like efficient, right? And I'm gonna call this series, I think, like meta with N at the beginning, NMETA, meaning to say Neverwinter most effective tactics available. Why do I, why does my tongue twist every time I say available? Um, Meta, the N is silent, or Neta, the M is silent. I don't know. You guys tell me what sounds better. I don't want to get FB, kind of like, hey, that's our name. So that's hence the N at the beginning. I might call it Neta. Right. So these are the quests. However, if you notice, there are also side quests that I picked up. And if I can scroll down, it's somewhere here. Like, for example, these gloves. These gloves are dropped from special named ads on the map. That's how I can finish the daily quests, right? Very efficiently, very quickly. But let me see if I can get more. If you're unlucky, all of the mobs go to this route. All of the mobs that I'm referring to that drops these named mobs are dead. So, ooh, okay. I thought I saw something there. You could do the daily quests that are given by the NPCs, but I feel like this is a much faster way of doing this. I think, yeah, I need to drop down the alleyway, but I just wanted to make sure by going here. So go here for a bit. I think, yeah, there's none here. So the things that you look for here is or are the kind of like undead guard. He drops the necklace, I believe, if not the gloves, and then the wolf, right? The huge one. So I guess like it's like a dire wolf. He kind of like roams around this area. The undead guard might even spawn here, here, and here at these doors. They're like knocking on the doors. I'm not sure if it's there or here, but those two. The other one, I'm really sorry that I can't show you these special named mobs because it looks like somebody's already done them. Up here, there will be a ghost. Well, if he's not already like killed. I'm assuming these special named mobs only appear maybe an hour after they've been killed. Right. The next one. So the other three, two or three, there is like a shaman in the open area here. All this map, you just gonna have to uh, traverse the map because I'm not quite sure where the shaman spawns. He spawns next to these like icicle things that's jutting out from the ground most times. The giant, this frost giant, is a lot easier, much easier to find because he's quite close to where we have to hand in the quest. So I'm just gonna like, oh, there's a giant that we are speaking of. So kill him for reasons. I believe he drops a necklace. What is my companion right now? Is it Sardina? So here we go. He drops this giant's necklace. Let's kind of like accept the quest. You gotta accept the quest in order to kind of like make this count. And if you happen to see another giant for, like on the same day, I don't believe he drops it for you. You have to wait for reset. So he kind of like roams this kind of like path here, around here, basically around the base camp. This base camp right there. Well, who else is out here? I believe there's only those two, the giant and the shaman. The ghost is definitely within the city walls. Here's the guy that you have to hand in the
Rinchander
quest
is
to.
in shambles.
So,
That's a large patch of fur you brought in.
this is the fur
Belongs
that I
to
was referring to from the dire wolf,
down that wandering giant, eh?
the giant.
A guard's glove. Look, I told him.
Right, guard glove, and then the necklace is from the shaman. I don't. He's quite a rare one. Only because he doesn't appear. He appears around these icicle things, but um, kind of like a confirmed location. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. I just kind of like randomly bump into him. So if you see like a lone shaman, I don't think he's a shaman even. He's just one of these barbarians. But he drops a necklace that you can hand in. Basically, I've already done what is that, three, 4 out of 5? Yeah, 3 out of 5. Meaning to say, I'll just do either I bump into those quests that I didn't pick up, like the ghost as well as the shaman, or I'll just do normal quests. I believe here is held guards in the. That's actually coincides with the other quest, which is to kill X amount of enemies. So that actually works out. Now, for the BHEs or HEs, yeah, just do them.
Foolish city dweller, my wolves will feast upon you.
Like, I want to say, oh, I forgot to swap to Flapjack. He would be a better, or even Lycera. But because of how strong I am, even though I'm using an alt right now, I could actually solo this, I think. I'm pretty sure I can. I haven't done it on this particular tune, my DC, yet. However, I'm pretty confident, since this is such an old content, right, that I'll be able to do this solo. Although, of course, if you have people to help you, this would be much better. But we're just gonna go ahead and do these HEs. Now, with Bryn Shander in particular, the reason why I picked Bryn Shander out of like the other two, which I can't remember the top of my head what their names are, within the Icewind Dale map, is because of the quests and because of the BHEs. These BHEs are pretty easy to do. You can do HEs as well, but you need to do 5 of those. It might actually be faster to do HEs instead of BHEs, but I just like BHEs because I feel that they drop better loots anyway, and I believe you get more in terms of like rough astral diamonds and items and kind of like the currencies. So all in all, BHEs, especially if you can do it in a group, it is pretty fast. And even if you did solo like what I'm doing right now, I don't think it's gonna take that long. Right, we've killed the tamer now, so they shouldn't have their shield anymore, and this will be much easier. I feel like I need to swap to a Flapjack or even a Lycera, just so that the enemies don't target me. I feel like perhaps Flapjack might be better, considering the fact that we're gonna have to kill mobs in this particular HE in a second.
Suppose I'll have to kill you.
Let's see if I can swap.
Don't find out.
I might have to go a bit further. Nope, good. It's okay to kind of like go away from the VHE. It's not like it's gonna restart like from the very beginning, especially if you phased. Why did I just heal? You know, this whiteout, this whole snow kind of like environment, it's not helping me. Oh, by the way, you need to kill this summoner, or demonic summoner, whatever, first, because he will just heal the demon to full once he does that healing pose, stance, whatever. That's kind of like a recurring theme for this fight. Like the shaman, for example, you have to kill the shaman first before you kill the bears. Oh, and as a PSA, if you're trying to kill like shamans, or trying to kill mobs or whatever, if shamans are around, target the shamans first, because weirdly enough, if you have 2 shamans to get, why did I just heal the demon? That's not how this works. If you allow the shamans to basically heal each other, they will be immune to damage, any and every kind of damage immune, and it's forever. They will never stop healing each other. And if you have both of them kind of like healing each other, this is impossible to stop.
Destroy the town dwellers.
And
They will
I've
not
been
take
in an
our prize.
arena where I actually had to give up, because even if you went away, yeah, these guys, these shamans, right? You have to kill these guys ASAP, especially if you see 2 of them. Kill one of them ASAP. I'm not joking. Don't even try it. But yeah, I suppose in this kind of like situation, all you can do is just walk away and they'll stop beating each other, I suppose. However, in the arena, no matter where you go, they will not stop. They will like forever heal each other, and yeah, no matter what you do, it's just impossible to kind of like restart. So you're gonna have to restart, which kind of sucks. Which kind of sucks if you're like in the 30+ rounds of your arena, you know what I mean? Fortunately for me, I think that was less than 20 rounds when that happened to me, and I was like, okay, here's another thing that I have to worry about when I go into arena. Unfortunately, arena is not available at the moment. They took it down. We do have Volcat's arena, but it's just not the same. there's not really a lot of things in there other than the potions, the health potion, healing potions that actually are pretty good. But for the the kind of like run that you have to go through in order to get enough currency just to buy those,
Die,
it's not
foul
worth it.
dwellers. This land belongs to us.
Right. So the shaman, you see this? This stance of his or her, I don't know, is infinite until you hit them enough times or kill them, I suppose, because it does not make them immune. However, if you have two shamans together and healing one another, then yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. So it has taken me, I want to say 5 minutes or so to do this solo. Again, if you're to do this with a group, this will go much faster. And all this also applies to the other HEs. I want to say BHEs, even HEs, I suppose. Um, but the thing is, I like to play solo. It's not so much I am antisocial or anything. I actually got invited to a LOM earlier. However, I told the person that was inviting me that unfortunately I'm doing this video and stuff. You know, I've got other things to do. Plus, I didn't have my first excuse, as it were, was that I didn't have anything in LOM that I need. So it doesn't behoove me to actually run it. And then, so he was saying that it was fun, but then I said I got other things to do. To which he said, "Fair enough." So sorry about that. Thank you for inviting me, though. Thinking about me, for inviting me to dungeons. I actually do enjoy people asking me for runs, especially at the final bosses. Hint, hint, wink, wink. However, yeah, if I'm doing something like a video, then yeah, I just gotta do that first. Especially if it doesn't benefit me in any other way other than to kind of like help people, which is enough, by the way. Helping people out is what I love to do. However, if I'm doing this, like if I'm doing other things, yeah, no. Anyway, almost there. This is the kind of like the final phase. Hopefully, you guys learned something about this, HE. I don't know if this is gonna be still in the video because I'm basically just ranting at this point. Um, and of course, when you're doing quests
We
where
were
it requires
to
you to
be
do percentage kills,
kings.
uh, when you're doing other things like HEs and doing questing, where is it? Where are we in Brinchander? I think it's under Icewind Dale. Is it under Icewind Dale? No, wait a minute. I'm looking for Sybella's quests. There we go. So if we go to Storm King Thunder here, we've already done 3 quests thus far. We've done 41% enemies, so another 60, 59. Yeah, 59. And according to this, I only did 40%, which is weird. And I said it was gonna be 50. Oh well. Oh well, 40% it is. That's fine. We could do basically we could do 2 BHEs and then 1 HE. Or you can do 3 BHEs, whichever way you want. But in terms of efficiency, I suppose doing 1 small HE after doing 2 BHEs is the most effective because of just the sheer amount of time it requires for you to kind of complete. This one in particular is a pretty long one. It's a pretty lengthy HE. What happened? Sorry, to the Rimmer House. I was like wondering, did it bug out? That's the first time I've seen that happen. But yeah, so in this particular HE, all you gotta do is kill. But the problem is they run away. That's the issue that you have to encounter when you're doing this particular HE. Like, okay, there you go. The Yeti has left the building. I mean, not that we're inside or anything, but you understand what I'm trying to say. He's run away, or she's run away. I want to say it's a he, because they are smaller. Like, he or it, I suppose, is smaller from the other Yetis, if you notice. And the female species are usually the bigger, but it could be just a tiny, like, he. Yeti, whatever. So, I believe, yeah, he's still around. I thought he already ran away. It's funny that we're having to kill Remorazes because AGS or GS, I suppose, is actually the boss. The first boss is Remar has, but within a confined space. You don't have to worry about these red AoEs. They don't actually damage you. However, it does buff other Yetis, as you can see. I actually have seen a Yeti be like yay high, like Orcus high, because like 3 of the Yetis were actually doing that AoE at the same time. So that was scary. They do actually. This is really weird that they don't actually enrage much more than they have already. Like I would assume as a kind of like tactic, they could actually enrage themselves multiple times and then just like annihilate whoever it is that they're trying to kill. Right, I don't know why I'm like avoiding the red AoEs there. They don't actually do any damage. I guess it's just like trigger memory? Muscle memory? Muscle memory. There you go. Is he actually smaller? I feel like, yeah, when he's not in rage, he's smaller than the rest, right? At least that's my observation anyway. It doesn't really matter. Maybe she is a female. I don't know. It does look different. But an alpha usually is a male, right? I'm basically ranting at this point. I don't actually know. If anybody knows the lore, please share. But yeah, so we're just gonna kill this Yeti, and then it's basically gonna cycle between killing the boss and killing the mobs to kind of like resummon them, and then we have to do this rinse and repeat for at least 2 times, right? 2 or 3 times. I believe it's 2 times. This is the second time this happened, right? There might be a third phase again. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if you can actually burn the bosses, like you actually damage them enough, fast enough that they don't actually, it basically phases. Meaning to say, you kill them before they could run away. I'm not sure if that's possible. I know you can do that for Lair of Lostmouth, like the final boss, Lostmouth. You can actually kill him before he runs away. Same with the other dragon. Was it Caverns of Kurundax? Kurundax? Yeah, Kurundax. You can actually one-shot him, that he doesn't actually have time to run away and then phase, basically. But of all the kind of like phasing, I believe, in all the kind of like dungeons, I feel trials. I feel like well, that one with the angel, not MSOD. Oh gosh, I can't remember what's the name of the dungeon. I have to look it up in a second here. This would be the third time we're facing these guys. I have a sinking feeling there is in fact another phase after this. Huh, that's weird. Usually the Remor has us just like stay where they're spitting fire direction-wise, but it seems like this Remoraz actually was following me. Okay, so there is in fact a third phase. I don't really remember. I just kill guys. I don't even like think sometimes when it comes to like killing these things, like mobs and ads and bosses. You just brainlessly kill things. That's why I feel like the new zone. What's it called? What is it called? K something. So with the new zone, right? Fighting cold zone. It doesn't behoove you to just kill things without reading what you're supposed to do, like especially the heroic encounters. They'll be like, oh yeah, you have to kill the ice templates first in order to melt the fur or something like this, and then so you can actually damage. So if you're like not reading that and then just like brainlessly kill or keep on hitting something that's like immune to damage, you're basically gonna have a bad time just spending hours upon hours trying to figure out why this thing's not dying. And then what else is there? I think in the same particular HE, right, you have to kill the crystals as well. There is also another HE like in the same place where you have to do what now? Oh yeah, you have to kill the, I believe they're called like those spirit things. Oh god, what are those things called? Oh, by the way, before I carry on, Remor Hazes are actually much easier to kill versus Yetis. So I know it's like one-sided. You can kill them together, I suppose. But if you're thinking of efficiency, then killing Remorazes is actually a better idea rather than killing a mix of both or just Yetis. Because Yetis, for some reason, are much tougher than the Remorazes. So there's a tip for you guys. So going back to what I was saying about brainlessly killing things, if you didn't read what the HE says and then you just continue just killing things, on that particular map, you're just gonna have a bad time because some of those things are immune unless you do some particular condition. Some of them are actually, I'm not sure actually if there's anything else that actually counterproductive if you just continue killing them without actually reading what you're supposed to do. But I believe that's actually a good thing on the dev's part to actually do something like that because it actually makes you think before just doing things. Just the first thing that you do is kill something, isn't it? Anything you see for red bar, you just want to kill. Um, oh, has my alarm been going off all this time? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. So now we need to do one HE. I actually particularly hate this particular HE. The one at the bridge, the gates, though that doesn't count. Now I could do a Frost Giant VHE in order to kind of like show you guys how you're supposed to do it. You know what? I might actually just because I really hate this particular HE. There is a way for you to actually do it really fast, solo. However, on this tune, on this particular class DC, I don't think it actually works that well. Now, for this particular one, I might actually swap to Lysera because I don't want them to be aggroed on me for
Careful,
most
darling.
part. For the most part. Right. So, the caveat for this particular HE, I'm just gonna actually put a healing shield down here because it looks like these guys gonna dunk on me. For a moment until they're on Lysera, which it seems like she's got it now. Because he does oh, there we go. We did one of the journal. We did one of the quests, which was, I believe, to kill X amount of enemies on the map, which which was easily done because of these goblins, I want to say. But like I said, when I first did the first HE, it was already at like 41% anyway. Why are these guys on me? Like, get off me! Hold on. I don't think I have enough divination or divinity. What was I saying? Oh yeah, caveat. If you're doing this particular HE, please remain within the circle of this HE. If you look at your minimap, there's that purple circle, right? Remain here if at all possible. Stay in the very, very middle of that icon, the HE. So by judging from there, this is about the middle part. According to the minimap, anyway. According to my site, this seems to be the middle part of this VHA. Now, the reason why you want to do that is, um, if you aggro the bosses, the giants in particular, because the dragon that's gonna pop up later on doesn't move. If the giants are killed outside of the influence, the sphere of influence of the BHE, it bugs out. It bugs out and you fail the HE, I believe. I don't know if you wait long enough that it times out, even after the giant's dead, that you would actually succeed in the HE. I don't think I've waited long enough to find that out, but if you guys know for sure, then let me know. And maybe even give a video proof if you're gonna do that, like fact check. But yeah, sorry, I was just taking a sip just now. Phase 2, just kill these goblins. And then the giants and a dragon will pop up. Do I want to use my daily? It's not really a AoE that... Well, it is actually an AoE. You know what? I will use it. There you go. Proof that is an AoE. I'm not actually particularly strong. So, now, you can... There's quite a few, I want to say, tactics for this. You can kill the dragon. You can kill the giants first. Whichever floats your boat. Because I want to say killing the dragon is much easier because she stays on the same spot throughout. So you don't have to go chasing the giants or anything. Oops. I almost got AoE there. And you really want to get the aggro off of you and if possible on Lysera or somebody else because the dragon might encase you in ice. The giants will throw kind of like ice blocks on you as well and that's no fun. So especially if you are encased in ice, this guy might be encased in ice soon, so just to kind of like show you guys. Again, you can do this solo, you can do this with friends. Obviously, having more people would be better. However, it might be that you don't have enough people to kind of like help you anyway, like myself. I generally don't ask for help because I know for sure I can do this solo. But if it's a particular map that I am not confident that I'll be able to kind of like solo, then I will ask for help. There you go. Lysera's got the aggro. There you go, Dragon's dead. And now, again, hopefully this guy knows that you're not supposed to bring the giants outside of the sphere of influence. So in order to kind of like make sure that doesn't happen, we'll just like stay here in the middle and let Lysera kind of like aggro. Yeah, you see that? The giant tends to do this charge thing. And if you're not in the middle of the map, and like thankfully that guy died, that giant died, it's within the circle. And again, that giant died within the circle. So there we go. We've already done 3 HEs, 3 BHEs, which has given us the completes for these two. So we've done 100% of the kills, and we've done 3 BHEs in order to complete that one, but you don't need to do 3. You can do 2 and 1, or you can do I want to say 5 of the small HEs. Now, to complete the rest, like I said, you could go killing or looking for those 2 kind of like daily. Which one's this? Defeat beasts. Oh, that's not too bad. Although the spawning of the beasts and then actually killing them later on would take a while. I think I'm within the sphere of influence, no? But it's okay. I might actually swap back to Flapjack here, because he does a much better AOE. What's an HOE? AOE attack better than Lysera.
You called me down?
He's pretty good at single target as well. That's why I like to use Flapjack, because you have a tendency to fight with single targets and also multiple targets. Maybe multiple targets more than single targets, to be honest. But yeah, instead of like having to switch between, say, Sardina, which is the top DPS for single target. Oh no, there's other people. Single target, and then swapping to an AOE like Minotaur, I suppose, would be a good one. He's only a good like AOE because he attacks. He pulls them all into one spot, and then you can just like use an artifact or manpower to kind of like kill something in like one shot. However, as an all-rounder, single target and AoE target, I believe Flapjack is one of, if not the best, companion to do so. So if you don't have Flapjack yet, I highly recommend you getting him. But if you had like limited amount of resources, you know, AD, and you had to choose just the one, I would say pick Lysera. Not only does she have AoE, she also gives you shields, which then is basically a heal, and then she does taunts, which is the main reason why you want to get Lysera in the first place, and she is a tough as truck. gal. She's the best gal. Of course, there are other situations where you need other companions, I suppose. Why can't I get in my mouse? Okay, there we go. Finally. Um, there are other situations. Oh, I don't know. Like I say, Minotaur pulls things in. Maybe you already have a Lysera, or someone else is using a Lysera. You don't need to kind of like confuse by having multiple Lyseras in a dungeon or something like that. Now, like I said, there's other quests that I could do. Maybe let's just check up the gate and see if the ghost has spawned, because I believe that's the only like we need just one more quest, and that is the one quest that I didn't do yet. Hello, any ghost? Ooh, Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? At this point, usually it pops. You'll know. You'll know. You basically are gonna meet it because you'll see like a wave in the air, like a shimmering, as it were. Uh, yeah, obviously it's not here. I don't think there's a different instance. No, there's only one instance, it looks like. It's fine. I think we have to go and kill beasts. So let's lock in on that particular quest. Yeah, this one. Or could we do this one? I don't like that one. We could do the weekly, but yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Did we... Oh. Oh, we already did 2 quests. Oh, that's good. I'd have to do this one. I don't want to do this one. It's too long. Like, we're trying to be most efficient here. We're trying to be NMETA here, so... Am I even going the right way? Huh? Where am I? Who am I? Okay, these are houses, so it should be to the left here. I don't rely on the map anymore. Okay. Okay, I know where I'm right now. I don't rely on the minimap because I can't actually see. So I'm just basing off like memory. So I wasn't sure where I was at that point. Not being very efficient, I know, but unfortunately, you know, disabilities. So
The guards.
one. Oh, who else was it? Was it Zuna?
I'm starting. I saw a few.
There you go. So as a kind of like pro tip as well, if you happen to be doing kind of like Icewind Dale, whatever quest, right, that is related to Sybella, what you could do is reserve it, meaning to say complete the quests, however, do not hand them in yet. So that when you are back, for example, when I'm doing the other one, not Brinshander, same in Icewind Dale, here, Careconic, right? If you have Careconic's, like, um, Sybella quests, what I tend to do is just do the quest and not hand them in yet. Of course, if you need to complete the campaign by doing the quest, then by all means. But if you are at this point where you're doing like repeatable Sabella's quests, then perhaps it behooves you to just hand them in first, complete the campaign to its kind of like entirety, and then do Sabella's quests as and when. In fact, if you haven't complete the campaign, you might not be able to do Sabella's quest in the first place. I'm actually not sure if Sabella's actually procs for you once you hit 20 or once you hit like a particular milestone, right? If you do know, let me know. So here we are back in
What
Sabella's,
can I
and
do
as
for
I
you,
promised,
adventurer?
here's the store. At the moment, mod 33, biting cold, as of these are what you can get. Now, of course, if you don't need glyphs of potency, you can't get these other things. When I say you don't need it, you can just simply buy it from the bazaar, Wonders Bazaar. I do know that, but it's about 50K if you don't have the discount VIP. If you have VIP 12 or whatever, you get a 25% discount. It's, I believe, top of my head, 35K. And of course, if you have during like the Jubilee and you get an extra 15, so it's like 40%, 45% off, something like this, then it's much cheaper, obviously, like 10K or something. But anyway, don't quote me on that. That's just like, if I remember correctly, and I may have forgotten. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, Glyphs of Potency is basically what you want. Uh, Legendary enchanting stones are pretty difficult to get. You can buy them from the auction house from other people, but you can do campaigns
Is there
to
anything
get those.
else?
Not that I can maybe see from this one. Demon Web Pips. Is it this one? Menza Baranzan. No, not even. Wait, what is it then? Red Harvest, Soul Collector. Right. Okay. So Soul Collector, and I believe there's one more. I thought it was Demon Web Pits. Huh? I was so sure. Wait a second. What's the other one? I don't think it was Red Harvest. No. No. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I haven't completed it. So, hmm. Hmm. Adventures Wild Space? Ah, here we go. Took me a while. Sorry about that. So you get those legendary enchanting stones from here, but don't open it during a non 2 times RP. Only do it during 2 times RP. Thank me later. So if you're trying to complete like, oh, I just realized something, but it's okay. Um,
Simply
you can
tell me which one
change
you like.
whichever
The
of the
Order of the
maps
Third
that
Eye
you're
will
kind of
see
like
to it.
trying to like upgrade, air quotes. The reason why I want to release this video before, because we are upcoming, we're having 2 times Storm King's Thunder as well as 2 times Seals, right? At the same time. So if you're having this plus this plus this, right? Handing in the legacy quest, as you can see, I kind of like burned through it just now, but you can get
I promise. You'll never forget how I
the
saved you.
currency. If you look at the bottom left at my chats, at the drops that I gotten, you can see these currencies, right? Thine ciphers, heroes medallions is basically the Sybella's currency. Von in blood, you see that? This is like basically what I get for the Storm King Thunder. Um, Doing the quest, the 3 quests just now in particular, give me those currencies. Now, I know I'm not on the tune that actually has completed it, so I won't be able to show you. Not like this because it's incomplete. However, if you have completed it during Storm King Thunder, you can get a lot of these currencies, right? A lot of these currencies. Plus, if you go to dig up the relics, you get Von and Bloods times 2 during the 2 times Storm King Thunder, which is coming soon. Like I think it's tomorrow, right? Buy these frosted glyphs and then sell it in the auction house, guys. Let me check. I haven't checked this. I haven't been doing this for a while now. And yes, I've been selling those. Frosted space. That's all you need. Look at this. 11K each. Some people are selling 20. I don't know why. Is it because of AGS? Because the thing is, excuse me. The thing is, this is not related to like giants or anything, or even um, the GS. You know, so why are people selling this expensive? I have no idea. But during 2 times Storm King Thunder, and I don't know if it's affected by 2 times seals either. I'm gonna have to test that out. You can actually go around farming for those Vonin bloods and actually buying those frozen glyphs from the campaign. And the good thing about it is you can do it indefinitely. There's no cooldown. As much as resources you have, you can continue buying those. Um, and in order to kind of like show that, let me just go on my main, which I have a lot of Vonin blood on. This is basically overtime, guys. Obviously not
Every
related
time,
to
I'm known to leave my
Sybella's
partners breathless.
or even legacy campaigns, but there you go. Frosted glyphs. Buy. Wait for it. I mean, look at how much Vonin blood I've got. Where's my Vonin blood? Somewhere here. That's my AD. I don't know, guys. Where how 7,000? Yeah, 7,000. But that's the Vonin blood that I haven't refined yet. How much have I unrefined? I know it's here somewhere. 7,000. Yeah. I could probably pop by Kerconic or something. Here we go. And look, I collected it. I can do it again and again. So yeah, this is like bonus for you guys. If you want AD, right? Just make these frosted glyphs. And here's a second tip for you guys. Wait for this. And again. So for as long as you have Vonin blood, you can just continue doing this. You can get a lot of Vonin blood, guys. I'm thinking maybe I'll make another video how you can make money from Vonin blood.